Following on from some of the earlier videos, we were in the process of teaching your kids how to simplify. So we would start out by playing this silly game where you would draw them a zoo, and then this complicated zoo can then be simplified to this, and then from this it can then be simplified to this. So hopefully by showing them this, they will get a grasp and the idea behind simplification. In that when something's complicated, you can tidy it up, and then well, hopefully by this stage they will understand the idea behind simplification. So up to this stage here, they should be able to do something like this. So here, 2 elephants plus plus 5 elephants, and then plus an elephant here. So that would be 8 elephants. And then here, there's no other giraffes around, so you just got to carry this down. And then at this stage, you need to tell them that single numbers on their own are like one entity. You can merge them together, so that would then become 6, and so on. You need to tell them that single numbers on their own are like hippopotamus. You got 2 hippos here and 4 hippos here. This is your elephant or your giraffe. This here, and so on. Tell them that single numbers on their own are like one entity. You can merge them together to give you 6. So the next stage is this stage here. So here you've got let's say you've got 8 elephants, two giraffes, and then you minus 5 giraffes. So here you've got to show them negative numbers. At this stage here, you have to introduce negative numbers. So you have 2 giraffes, and then you minus 5 giraffes. So this here would be your starting position. So this is where you start to introduce negative numbers, and then you minus 5. So you would start here, and then you minus 5. So that will then take you to here, and so on. So this here is where you introduce negative numbers. So ultimately, we want to show them this. We want to show them that if you have -7 of whatever, and then you take away 9 of whatever, then it will give you -16 of that whatever. But this stage here, ignore this, but just introduce them to negative numbers. So really, you are showing them -7, -7, take away 9. So abandon this thing and just work with this. So now you're just introducing negative numbers to them. So here you would start like this. Rather than doing this, drawing all your scales, just do this. Hang on. Let's say -7. What was it? -9 here. So start out with this. You would start out. Sorry, hang on. Let's start again. Start out by doing this. 0 here. Rather than drawing all the scale, just do this. -7. So you start. So tell them that this first bubble here is where you start. So this is your starting position. This is your direction. If you add, you go to the right. If you take away, you go to the left. So this here is your start. Tell them that the first bubble is your start, and then you -7. So you would -7, and then ask them where they will end up, somewhere around here, and then they will get stuck at first. Then you start to put in the scales and whatever, and then you can start drawing it, and then hopefully they will grasp the concept of negative numbers in the end.